episode 4 of Rovers Return. I'm Adam, and on today's episode we have our home game against Alloa in the Scottish Cup, and we also have our home game against Edinburgh City. Since you were last with me, which came after the Cove Rangers 2-1 victory, thanks to Angel and Otranto, and the Keith 2-1 victory in the Scottish Cup, we then lost 2 games, one to Queen's Park 1-0 and one to Annan 1-0. We then had a friendly against Darville, which we won 5-0, thanks to Atakagi 8, Romario Vieira, Angel with 2 and Selle, which stemmed us into the Stirling game where we won 6-0, thanks to 2 from Marvin, 1 from Otranto, 1 from Atakai, and Dryden and Selle also scoring. We then beat Brecon 4-0, thanks to new boy Ben Kemis and junior Selle, with Marwan adding. We then drew 0-0 with Cowendon Beath. Before we have a look at that schedule, just a little look at the transfer history, because you'll see that this is the guy who scored on his debut. 4-star, current ability 4-star, potential ability is a Tunisian central midfielder, has 1 cap for Tunisia already, and can play in that Mazzala role. He was previously with Doncaster, having been released, and has previously been with Lorient and Ivory. And so this guy looks pretty nifty. He's played 1 game, scored 2, and then he's out with a twisted ankle, so we'll be without him today. The table, let's have a look at the table, and you'll see that we're second in League 2, 22 points, 6 wins, 4 draws, 3 defeats, with a goal difference of 14. We don't appear in the goal scorers charts. Selle is just there, who is preferred over Angel, and I'll talk about that in a second. Atakai is on 4 and Marvan now on 3, having looked a bit of a waste to begin with. We've got Otranto and Kemis also in there, Otranto on 3 and Kemis with 3, but we don't appear in that top 3 chart. Player of the Match Awards, Ryan McCord on 4, Gibson on 3, Peter Watson on 3. Otranto's heading those average ratings though, 7.72, followed by McCord and John Robertson. Clean sheets, we don't have anybody on there at the moment. Let's see how far we're off. Well, Luke O'Reilly was on 3. He might have been up there if he hadn't been replaced by Brad Watkins, who is now also on 3. Assists, Otranto is on 6. Then we've got Willie Gibson on 5, Francis Aird on 4. And that brings us into today's game. So let's take on Alloa, and I've brought the episode forth a little bit, just because it's the Scottish Cup, and it's great to have the Scottish Cup on. So we're going to play Alloa today, who Alloa are the favourites. They are sat in 7th, 2 divisions above us in the Championship. They are hovering around that relegation zone, so they're not title contenders, but they do possess a better team than us on paper. The team that we're going to put out to do this is Watkins in goal, Dryden on the right, Dugdale and Parker in the centre, Adamson on the left, Nike, Otranto and Carvalho in the centre, with Marvin on the left, Atakai on the right and Selle up top. O'Reilly, Ahmed, Danaher, Vieira, Wilson, Kone and Brown are on the bench. As you can see, we've got injury to Stewart and Kemis. And I actually think I forgot. We dropped. There it is. Angel wasn't great. He got 1 goal in 7. We dropped him to the bench. Selle was scoring. We changed his agreed time to, I think it was squad player rather than important player. He got the monk on. He wanted to be transfer listed. He's gone. He was rated probably as good as Selle. He just wasn't performing, and I wanted him out quickly. It saved on wages, and he's gone. And that's the reason why he's no longer part of that team that we're putting out there. Nani Tamalio, Sangster and Ore also miss out. Stewart, who rarely features, just comes off the bench, is out for 2 weeks. Kemis out for 4 weeks, or up to 4 weeks. But this is the team we put out, so let's get into today's game. And I want to tell them, good luck lads, go out there and pull off an upset. And it's Otranto with the first highlight, the corner and shot at goal. It's McDonald that saves that. First minute with a highlight already. McDonald with a big kick. Doesn't find anybody. Dugdale gets it away, but only as far as Flanagan, who now plays it in. Callaghan. McLennan now. McLennan tries, but he can't, and Dick gets it. Plays it into Flanagan, and they're spraying it around. Adamson gets it away, and Marvin's now on the ball, who finds Atakai. Atakai makes the run. He takes on one man, goes right to the outside. Is he going to get his cross away? He does. And there's Selle, and that is the reason why Angel is no longer part of Albion's setup. Selle scores. Albion lead a championship team 1-0 inside the first 2 minutes, and it's all thanks to the hard work of Atakai. Serge Atakai on loan. Selle there. Bottom corner. No chance for the keeper. And we, fingers crossed, and I don't want to tempt fate, are out playing, for the first 5 minutes anyway, a championship team. And it's a lower now. A big ball up to call in. McLennan takes it down. And McLennan makes his run. And he takes a shot. It's wide of the post. And it remains 1-0. An upset this early on. I mean, we're never going to win the Scottish Cup, but it would be nice to get a nice plum tie against either Celtic or Rangers when they enter the competition. And it's Carvalho now. Carvalho over the top to Selle. Selle tries to knock it back, but it falls to Taggart, and Taggart makes the quick breakaway, and it's Corley to McLennan. But Atakai at it again, and he's down that right-hand side, and they can't deal with him. And he tries a shot, and shot come cross, I would think there. But we have had 4 chances, 2 of those on target, controlling possession. We look pretty good today. That plum tie, though, against Celtic or Rangers would set us up money-wise, and that's what we want. Dryden, Selle, Dryden, Selle now. Selle makes the cross, doesn't come to anything, but Nike gets it out. Adamson hits the post. Adamson, the 31-year-old we signed, who has replaced Blackman, who is another one, a little bit like Angel, who we did try to bring back in, but he just wasn't up for it, so he's gone, and it's Adamson now. Parker, Nike, back to the keeper. Watkins boots it out, and that was under pressure, and Dick, but Dryden, and Dick gets it again, tries another one, but Dryden gets it away, and Atakai causing all sorts of problems on that right, flicks it out to the left where Marvin is. Marvin goes through, shoots, and the keeper doesn't save it, goes wide, and it remains 1-0, and now a lower with a free kick, and it's Finnegan who gets into the box, but Dryden who gets it back to Atakai, who's at it again, lays it off to Selle. I don't think Selle was expecting that, but if he can pull it back to Atakai, he was in acres of space. It could have been 2-0. 9 shots and 2 of those on target, and yet another highlight here. But it's a lower who recover the ball, and Graham boots the ball up, and he hasn't dealt with that, and Corley's got through, but it's wide, and it remains 1-0. They do look dangerous when they get the ball. So far we've contained them, and it's Adamson and Parker. Parker looked like he was going to get caught on the ball, but puts it back to Watkins and Dugdale now. Dugdale boots it downfield. It does find Atakai, who's at it today, who runs forward. Keeper saves, but Atakai is causing all kinds of problems on that right-hand side. And it's now Otranto who gets the corner in. Falls now out of the box to Marvin, and just wide, curling just wide. Or it could have been 2. And it's Dick to McLennan, back to Dick. Flanagan. Dees back to the keeper. We're chasing him down, but it's a big kick up, and Parker deals with it, gets it to Adamson. Adamson plays it to Marvin. Marvin goes past, but he's tackled, but Marvin's going to chase for that loose ball. Can he get the cross in? He doesn't. He pulls it back to Carvalho, who tries to take a shot, and a lower escape again, and it's Dryden now. Dugdale finds Marvin to Adamson. Adamson, is he going to take on his man? No, he pulls it back, and it's Nike. Otranto finds Selle, and it is 2-0. His 10th of the season, and Otranto finds Selle. Great ball through. It is 2-0, and we are about to pull off an upset. And it's Adamson here who pulls it back to Nike. Otranto great ball, and Selly first time, and you can't beat that. And that's the reason Selly has managed to get himself back into this squad and back as the first choice striker. That's booted out again, but it's going to fall back to Dick, and Dick gets it to McDonald, and McDonald now boots it upfield. It's not going to go very far. Marvin picks up this loose ball. Carvalho sprays it, and it's Atakai again, who gets his cross away, and Selly's there for the hat-trick. Albion Rovers are 3-0 up, and Selly has his hat-trick, and Atakai has another assist, and it's a great ball again. Carvalho there spots Atakai, and Atakai gets another cross away, and Selly with the head gets his hat-trick, 11th goal of the season, and I'm pretty safe to say we are in the next round. Very pleased with the performance. Keep it up as we get the second half underway, and if the second half is anywhere 25% to what we've played in the first half, we're going to go through, and that is the result. 16 shots so far, 6 of those on target. We are going to see if we need to make some substitutions. We did have some tired legs before. I have. I've got Kone. Kone's going to come on that right. We have also got, have we got anybody? We've got Ronaldo Brown, who's going to come in. And I do want to take Nike off for Vieira. That's the changes, all three made. It's the Scottish Cup with 3-0 up, and I want to rest those players because I can't see this game slipping away. Famous last words, but 3-0 up against the lower, and Rovers Return has made a great return. 3-0 here. Selly there. It's that tie that we want. That could set us up. That could really push us on. And it's Atakai. 4-0. I was not wrong. Atakai with his 5th goal of the season, and he's caused all kinds of problems. Deserved that goal. Let's have a look at it again. They don't deal with it. Hetherington tries to clear it, forced Atakai, and Atakai from outside the box makes it 4. And we will be in the hat for the next round draw, and it's a corner which we still put pressure on, and it's a Tranto, but it comes to nothing, and Corley's going to get this away now. Corley runs with the ball, tries to play it there, but we win it back again. A Tranto, they tried to tackle him, but Vieira gets it, and it's Hetherington now, and they don't seem to be causing too many problems. Flanagan, is he going to find? He's not. Adamson gets there, and Adamson plays it out, falls to Robertson, who tries to get it back in, but we bring it under pressure, and it's Carvalho now over the top, and Selly's broke free, and Selly, it's a penalty. That is a penalty, and we could make things far worse if this goes in. 5-0 against a championship team, and it's a Tranto who scores. It is 5, and a Tranto rounds off a great performance for not just him but the team as well. It's a wonderful display today. We don't need to see it again. It's a great penalty, and it's 5, and still it's Ferdinand, Flanagan, Ferdinand over the top, Carvalho, Vieira, a Tranto, and over the top again, and Selly's broke free again, and Selly just misses the chance to make it 6. And I don't think that this is a result that is impressive. It really is an impressive result. Carvalho now, and again tries to find Selly. Selly doesn't get there, but he's chasing down the ball, and they tried to play it again, but they're just not strong enough, and we deal with it. Carvalho does waste that ball, but Atakai's back again, and Atakai runs forward. He shoots, and the keeper saves, and we get a corner out of it, and Tranto is walking up to take this, and it's a Tranto now. Crosses it in, Graham deals with it not too well. Dugdale back out to a Tranto, Dugdale again, and the highlight comes to nothing, and a final corner as a Tranto gets this in, and Selly scored again. It's 6-0. This is a rout, an embarrassment for Aloha, as Selly gets his 4th of the game, his 12th of the season, and a Tranto adds to an assist there. It's another header, and Aloha have been absolutely destroyed here. Let's have a minute to take this in. 25 shots, 10 of those on target, 55% possession, 6 goals, 4 for Sele, 1 for Atakai, 1 for Otranto. And really, they just didn't, Alloa didn't find any way to deal with us. Well done. Well done. They'd written us off. We won. We didn't just win. We annihilated them. Well, that 6k that we just received for getting through in the cup has put us back into the green. 3,915 in the bank. But more importantly, let's see who we draw in the next round. So, it's the draw for the 4th round of the Scottish Cup. 34 teams will go into the hat. 16 matches to be drawn. The teams are Celtic and Rangers are in there. They are the ties we want. So let's get this underway and see what we get. Hearts away wouldn't be too bad, but Arbroath get them. Airdrieonians is not a great draw, but they go to Green at Morton. Dundee, not a great draw, not going to bring in the amount of money that we would like, and they get Falkirk, so we avoid them. Albion, we will be at home. That is not really what we wanted, and so out of this we could do with a lower ranked team to push us through, and we get Hamilton. Let's draw the rest of this. Who did Celtic got Motherwell? And Rangers, where are Rangers? Rangers were at home to Bucky Thistle. Bucky Thistle, they're going to get a lot of money. I wish we were Bucky Thistle, but we're playing Hamilton in the next round. Let's have a quick look at Hamilton. They sit bottom of the Scottish Premiership. They've won 1 game. They're not fantastic, but it's a hard task. I mean, they haven't won since beating St Johnstone on the opening day. Since then, just been destroyed, really. Lots of draws in there. But that's going to be a tough task. Let's have a look. Away from Williams, former football manager, lower league status. He was formerly with Crewe. Gogic, Alston, Davies, Mill, a lot of loan signings, but nothing really special. Still a tough ask. And now on to the Edinburgh City game. Edinburgh sit 8th, I think, in the... Let's have a quick look. So Edinburgh sit 8th in the table on 14 points. We've already beat them this season already. They're suffering from a lot of draws. But the team we're going to put out to face them is unchanged from beating Alloa. The reason for that is because that was absolutely amazing. And so we will start with Watkins in the goal, Dryden on the right, Adamson on the left, Parker and Dugdale in the centre, Nike, Carvalho and Otranto in the centre of midfield, Atakai on the right, Marvin on the left and Selly up front. We are still waiting for Ben Kames to return and also Stewart, but Nana Talamio, Sangster and Ore out again. Let's get into this game, and I want them to pick up from where they left off. And into this game, let's change that, because that should be there. And we're off and running against Edinburgh, and straight away into a highlight. Otranto gets it in, and Atakai 1-0. Otranto with assist, Atakai with a goal. And we are leading Edinburgh. Annan are the ones who forged clear in there, thanks to very much our defeats. But Atakai with the goal there. Otranto from the free kick, the assist, clearly onside. But as you can see, Annan, 27 points. They've got a game in hand because they don't play today. And Elgin out far behind us. Let's get back to the action. It's Dugdale to Nike. Nike to Carvalho. Carvalho sprays it to Atakai, who's absolutely found form on that right-hand side. Gets a shot away. Not really much options for him to cross it in. And we are looking to do another Alloa here. It's Dryden. Atakai again. Atakai. Great ball to Marvin. Marvin takes it down, shoots. And that's 2-0. And that's a sensational goal. Cartwheel to celebrate his 4th of the season. Atakai, who's absolutely sensational against Alloa and now against Edinburgh. Atakai in. Marvin takes it down, shoots after he's brought it down, and it's 2-0. And I think it's safe to say we're about ready to destroy Edinburgh. Things can go to pot though. 7 wins, 4 draws. I think we've had 3 defeats. If it stays the same, 7 wins so far. We've won half. We would have won half our games. I am very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up, lads, and let's have another second half. And it's Edinburgh now. Wilson on the ball. Back to his keeper. He's under pressure. Kicks that out. The second ball, one after that. Atakai doesn't really do much with it. Harris gets a little bit complacent from him, and now Edinburgh's starting to move, but that has gone nowhere. Wilson back to the keeper, and they are under pressure, but they're moving it quick enough. But Parker now out to Atakai. Atakai is going to take his man on. He does. Is he going to get the shot away? He does. The keeper bobbles under him, and it is 3-0. Atakai with another goal. Parker with the assist. We're going to see this again. This is a good goal. Parker spots him. Atakai brings it down inside his man. Runs on. Keeper almost gets there, but seems to bobble under him. But it's his second goal of the game, and we are 3-0 up against Edinburgh. 25 points if it remains the same, with a 17 goal difference. And I think we have to be thinking about the next season, because Marvin 4-0. This could all be pie in the sky, because after this game we could drop off, but we just look a cut above this division, which we didn't if you go back 4 or 5 games. Atakai at it again. Marvin with the goal. Those two. Marvin was doing nothing. He's now sensational. Selly hasn't scored today. We're on the 60th minute. Dryden now. Atakai now doesn't get it. Atakai fails to get that. That makes a change. Nike. Carvalho doesn't come to Atakai again, and they're trying to get it to him. I know Edinburgh are in the attack now, but we are going to make some changes. Selly's had a good game, but I want to give Danaher a run up there. We do need to be mindful we have other games to play. Kone should really be in for Dryden, but it's Brown I want to bring on that left hand side, and I do want to give a game to Ahmed. Let's bring Ahmed on. Now you're going to play as a defender. That's it. Done. So it's Adamson. Doesn't chase it down because Watkins is going to get that, and it's Watkins now who takes his time, plays it to Dugdale. Dugdale through the centre, doesn't find anybody. A few passes going astray now, and Sinclair, he's tackled though. Dryden doesn't get it to Selly, and we're losing a lot of balls, and this was coming. It has been disallowed, but I think we need to tell them to concentrate. It's Black. We can't see it's offside. We'll have to trust him. But that was offside. Let's have a shout to concentrate. Some of those balls are going wayward. And this was a problem we had before. So a bit of complacency is creeping in. 70, 80 odd minutes. Edinburgh really haven't troubled us. 3 shots, 2 on target, 47%. And Master Otranto is there now. Keeper does save. I think it was Parker who got the header to that. But Otranto. Corner to Edinburgh. Black. Is that off the woodwork? It is off the woodwork. Goal kick to us. Captain Otranto. Mr. Fantastic. Excellent. Dryden. Danaher. Danaher plays it in, but Wilson gets it away. It's Nike now. Nike to Otranto. Otranto finds Adamson with a great pass. Adamson in, but it comes to nobody. Carvalho now. And he gets the ball taken off him. It's not going to go very far. But Ahmed, and the mistake was made. Ahmed does recover, and Parker plays it up. But it's to nobody again. Atakai at his best on that right now again. And Atakai could have bagged himself a hat-trick. But it remains 4-0. And it's a throw-in now. And it's Adamson, Danaher, who we haven't seen much of since he come on. Carvalho. Nike, Atakai, but it goes a little bit too wide and he's tackled and they get it away. They're playing a lot better this half. They're not second to the ball for everything. But it's 4-0, I don't think there's any worries. At 93 minutes, the whistle should be blown by now. And Otranto over the top. Is the time for one last one? It's Danaher chasing it down. But nothing's going to come. It did go out for a corner then. 4-0. Well done, lads. A great result for us. Now let's see what that has done to the table. Let's get it onto the big table. It'll see us onto 25 points. We've won 7, drawn 4, lost 3, scored 24 and only conceded 6. We have the best attack and the best defence. A goal difference of 18 with those 25 points. It is Annan who remain top. 8 wins. They have had 2 defeats, one against us and one against Elgin. But we've also lost to Annan too, and we've also lost to Queen's Park and Elgin. So I wouldn't count out Elgin, who seem to have beat the top 2. Amazingly, Selly isn't in the top goal scoring charts. That's because most of his goals have come in the cup. Atakai on 6, Marvin and Selly on 5 apiece, and then all the way down to Otranto with 3. So we are knocking on the door. Player of the match awards: Ryan McCord, Peter Watson and Willie Gibson. Atakai's creeping up there, and Otranto and Chemis. Played 1 game, 1 man of the match, 2 goals, and he's up in 11th in those charts. Just shows you. Average ratings: Otranto on 7.74 and Dugdale, a big surprise, up there into second on 7.34, followed by John Robinson on 7.29. Clean sheets: Kelby Mason on 6, Daniel Hoban on 6, and then Lewis McKinn on 5. Brad Watkins now up to 4. And then assists: Otranto with 7, leads that chart with Gibson and Ed. We then have Atakai, who's coming in, storming in, having a great season so far. What does that mean? That means that we are playing in the Scottish Cup against Hamilton, and I do want to come back for that game. So we're going to get all December out of the way. We're going to get those games in January out of the way, and then we're going to come to the Hamilton game in the 4th round and the Edinburgh away game. So we're going to see Edinburgh again. That's it for this episode, and I shall see you back for the Scottish Cup 4th round. Thanks for watching.
We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.